Hey guys, this is Austin. So there are a ton of different controllers to choose from, but which one's the best? To find out, I gathered a few of the best ones around. And to start with, we have the PlayStation 4 DualShock 4. This is a big improvement over the last generation. However, there are a couple other options that you might want to look at, including the Xbox One Elite. Now this is a controller that honestly I think is probably one of the best that I've ever tried. You have customizable things like the D-pad, you can adjust how the sticks are. There's a lot that you can do even with paddles on the back. However, we can even take it a step farther. If you really want to get on that customization game, Xbox has a Design Lab option. So essentially what this allows you to do is take a standard Xbox One controller, which is already good, and pretty much customize it however you want. And by customize it however you want, I mean give it a different paint job. You actually can't get all of the extra buttons and stuff from the Elite. Well, I mean, unless you get one of these, but that's for later. You designed it, we built it. Well, let's see what I actually designed. All right, it's orange. So this is the masterpiece of a controller that we made. It's got that whole creamsicle vibe with the orange. You got the orange grips and the white everywhere. But you have a little bit of gray on the thumbsticks as well as the buttons. And if you want to take it one step farther, you can add a message to the controller. So I added my gamer tag, also my Twitter and my Facebook and my Instagram. Definitely be sure to check me out, links in the description. But on top of that, you can also get it on your controller. And of course, since this is a standard Xbox One controller, it comes with AA batteries because, I don't know, Microsoft hates rechargeables? I have no idea. If you really want to take things to the next level, you can get a Scuf controller. Now this is the version for the Xbox, however there also is a PS4 version. Did you order this controller? I don't know if I actually know what this controller looks like. This is a Ken special right here. I picked out the awesome creamsicle look of this one. This Scuf controller, I have no idea what it looks like. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Ken, what is this? What is this? Ken, will
You told me not to cotton candy it.
Okay, so if you want the ugliest Scuf controller of all time, God, that is, yeah, okay. So if you want a Scuf controller that looks like this, your boy Ken will hook you up, I guess. Do you see that Scuf controller? It's red and black. Why didn't you get one of these? Look. You know what this feels like? This feels like when you go into like Subway and they're like, okay, what options would you like? And you kind of have that moment of panic of like, I want anchovies and spinach and bologna and the sweetbread. And then you get this and then you wonder where you went wrong in life. I actually do like the texture on the back of this thing. It's very, you know, it feels almost like a truck bed liner. If you ever felt one of those like kind of rubbery things, that is definitely not going anywhere. Something else you get with Scuf are paddles. So this is one of the things that you can customize before you order the controller. So we went all out and got all 4, but these are mappable to say like your face buttons or basically whatever you want, I believe. I mean, to be fair, this is like by far the most expensive controller here, so I'd expect it to be cool, but this is all right. What's cool is all of these controllers will not only work on the console, but also for PC. So on the Xbox One side of things, they all work out of the box if you plug them in via USB, and the newer ones, such as the Xbox One Design Lab controllers, have Bluetooth built in. If you don't want to use Bluetooth, you can also pick up the adapter. So this is just a little USB wireless adapter for the Xbox One, so even with some of the older controllers that don't have Bluetooth, plug this into your computer and you're good to go. The same thing applies for the PS4. So if you pick up the DualShock 4 adapter for PC, it actually works for Mac too if you want to do that for some reason, then you just pick up this guy, plug it in, and you're up and running with the DualShock 4. Now that's actually one of the advantages of the DualShock 4 is that it's cheap. So right now it's around $45 or so, but you usually can find them for around $50, and that's cheaper than pretty much anything else here. Now of course you can get a standard Xbox One controller for about that price, but as soon as you get into the custom options, it gets pricey. So the Design Lab controller is $80. Now that does give you full customization of all the colors and buttons and everything, and for $90 you can get your name engraved on it, so it's not that much of a price premium. However, when you get up to the Elite, it gets pricey. This guy is $150. Mind you, it does come with this carrying case, which not only is a nice place to store your controller, but you also get a ton of different options for it. So for example, you can add your paddles, which just pop right on here. And what's cool is all of these are completely magnetic. So if we want, we can get all of our paddles. And with the Xbox One Elite, you actually have a button right up top here, so you can slide between 2 different profiles. So that's easy. And on the Xbox, you can actually select tons of different profiles and have them saved. So for example, you can have a custom controller set up for say Forza, maybe one for Call of Duty, one for Battlefield, whatever you want. The idea that everything on the Elite controller is based on magnets is really cool too. So if you want say a domed thumbstick, you can easily swap that on, or if you want something a little bit taller, it just pops right on, you're good to go. And like I said earlier, the Scuf is definitely going to cost you. So if you just want more of an aesthetic build, it's kind of like the Design Lab, you're talking about in around the $120 range. However, if you really want all the bells and whistles with the custom grips and the paddles and all that kind of stuff, this thing is gonna cost you. The big question though is with all of these controllers here, sure it's nice to see which one looks the coolest, but which one's actually the best one for gaming? Can you gonna like make it appear right there, right? Yeah, there you go. It's just right there. So it's just gonna like, you ignore all like my mouth noises, like add actually like a cool sound effect. And then like as I wave my hands, I kind of like a puff of smoke and then the computer appears. Got that? So to start with, we have the Design Lab controller. Now, even though on the outside this is a custom controller, on the inside, it's pretty much exactly the same as any other Xbox controller. And because of that, it's solid. So while sure it doesn't have some of the cool paddles of the Elite, I got it. What's cool about the Design Lab controllers is that since they're all based on the updated Xbox One controller with Bluetooth and the headphone jack, it means that while you can still use this with the PC and the standard wireless adapter, but if your computer has Bluetooth, you can just pair it right up and it's gonna work right out of the box. Next, we have the Elite controller. So there are actually a couple of advantages to this, and one of the more subtle things is just the feel of the controller. So it's a little bit heavier, and I really like the slightly kind of, I don't say grippy sort of texture, but it's like a very soft rubber. It doesn't sound like it would be good on a controller, but it actually feels nice. Next, we have the Scuf controller. So this one's a little bit more of a mixed bag. On one hand, it feels solid, so I like the grip, and the way that the thumbsticks are weighted actually is really nice. However, the thing is, you're paying a lot for this, and honestly, it doesn't really feel that much different than another Xbox controller. The thing is, I prefer the way the Elite controller does customization. So say I'm playing Horizon 3 right now, and I only want 2 paddles. Well, it's as easy as just taking them off, or say swapping thumbsticks out, whereas with the Scuf, what you order is pretty much what you get. Last but not least, we have the DualShock 4. Now, if you're on a PC, you actually have a lot of choices. However, on the PS4, it's pretty much this or a Scuf. Now, on the PC, you can get the DualShock 4 to work, and of course, it's not a bad controller, but it's gonna require some work. Like the Xbox controller, if your computer has Bluetooth, you can pair it that way, and otherwise, you can pick up the wireless adapter or use a USB cable. However, unlike the Xbox controller, it is not natively supported in Windows. So what that means is either you have to rely on a couple rare games that actually natively support it, which is not easy to find, or you need to use a program such as DS4 for Windows. Now that's going to let this emulate an Xbox 360 controller, and as you can see, it works just fine once you get it set up, but it is not as smooth as just plugging it in and getting it going like the Xbox One. So what is the best game controller? Now if you hadn't noticed, I didn't include every controller of all time, and that's for good reason. These are my favorites. However, if I had to pick just one, it would be the standard Xbox One. This controller I feel like is a really nice sweet spot of something that's nice and comfortable to use, that has a lot of cool features, that works pretty much everywhere that you want to game. If you have a little bit more money to spend, the Elite controller is a good option, but my biggest problem with it is that while I do prefer it to the Xbox controller, it's triple the price, and honestly it's hard to justify. So I'm curious, what's your guys' favorite controller? Definitely be sure to let me know in the comments below, and of course if you guys want to check out any of the ones I took a look at in this video, the links will be in the description. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.